definitely need pace on. So would Moonlight Paradise want that, and Cassar, I think, would be in the same position. So with Ocean Ridge there as well, I would think there's every likelihood that the speed will be on.
Yeah, I agree. There's one or two. Moonlight Paradise, I'm not so sure about, really, unless something was wrong with her in the Guineas. She looked like there she is, standing there. In the Guineas, she fizzled out up the hill and never really got going, but she could have been a shade under the weather there. She looks good today.
Well, the Godolphin horses just seemed to lose their edge, didn't they? The previous year, when there had been bad winters here, they hadn't. They'd come over with something of an advantage, I think, from Dubai, but they didn't seem to have that this year.
Took 2 steps backwards, didn't they, really? But they're certainly beginning to hit form now. 6-1 from 7-1, Moonlight Paradise.
Rebecca Sharp, another look at her. She's a filly by Machiavellian out of a Nureyev mare. She did look good when she won her Newmarket Maiden. She won that very easily, and you could understand Connections wanting to have a crack at the Guineas. But in that race, she was beaten some 19 lengths. The Sleepy Time, the one who was held up and running on very well at the finish.
Trained by Jeff Ragg, one of our very top-class trainers, a man who can train fillies and colts, and what a tragedy that he lost First Ireland, because he was like the family to them.
Well, starting to load up here, and plenty of activity in the betting ring. Moonlight Paradise lining up. Cassar has gone in. Classic Park coming forward.
Here to come.
In fact, only 2 to go. Here's Peter.
That's Classic Park has just gone in.
1 to go.
And here's Sleepy Time.
Last one coming in.
Ocean Ridge nearest to us. That's
Jockeys.
it. Under orders for the Coronation Stakes, and they're running. And Sleepy Time. Prominent in the early stages, but going on is Cassar. Cassar going on from Sleepy Time, Ocean Ridge over on the far side, and then Rebecca Sharp. And behind them, Moonlight Paradise and the Irish Guineas winner Classic Park, the back marker of the sextet, as Cassar, under Richard Hills, makes it from Sleepy Time. As they race now towards the 5 furlong marker and pass it, it's Cassar with Ocean Ridge going up very fast on the outside. Sleepy Time back in third, but going sweetly, and then Rebecca Sharp. Then comes Moonlight Paradise, and finally Classic Park. And they've got 3.5 furlongs to run now as they swing into the home straight in the Coronation Stakes, and Cassar in the lead from Ocean Ridge, and travelling sweetly under Kieran Fallon on the inside is Sleepy Time with Rebecca Sharp on her outside. Making ground from the rear now is Classic Park, and it's Cassar from Ocean Ridge, and here comes Rebecca Sharp, and Sleepy Time is under pressure and making no progress at the moment as Rebecca Sharp hits the front from Ocean Ridge, racing into the final 150 yards. Then it's Rebecca Sharp from Ocean Ridge. Rebecca Sharp on the near side, Ocean Ridge on the far side as they race to the line. Rebecca Sharp wins it from Ocean Ridge with Sleepy Time a disappointing third. Then comes Classic Park, and behind Classic Park was Cassar, and finally Moonlight Paradise. And so the result of the 1997 Coronation Stakes first, number 5, Rebecca Sharp, owned by Mr. Anthony Oppenheimer, trained by Jeff Ragg and ridden by Michael Hills. Second was number 4, Ocean Ridge, owned by Godolphin Racing, trained by Saeed bin Saror and ridden by Gary Stevens. And third was number 6, Sleepy Time, owned by Green Bay Stables Limited, trained by Henry Cecil and ridden by Kieran Fallon, with fourth, number 1, Classic Park. So the winners of the respective winners of the English 1,000 and Irish 1,000 guineas, third and fourth, with victory going to this daughter of Machiavellian out of Nuriana, Rebecca Sharp.
Well, this was a race of many chapters, and in the end, Cassar, Richard Hills went off in front. Sleepy Time in the straight was never going to have enough room because Casa came away from the rails. Gary Stevens held his position on Ocean Ridge. Rebecca Sharp, all the meanwhile, came on the outside, and Kieran Fallon desperately short of room, and an unlucky loser, Willie?
I wouldn't say she was unlucky, but she obviously doesn't like being in amongst her horses. She's much better if she's getting plenty of daylight. She was very unlucky here last year when Pat Eddery rode her as a 2-year-old, and the same thing sort of happened. She didn't actually get enough daylight, but today she was never really going as well as she was last year. But I would have preferred her on the outside of the other horses. And we must remember the first and second had run in the Guineas, and Rebecca Sharp finished 13th at Newmarket, and whereas Ocean Ridge finished 5th in the Guineas. So there is a big turnaround.
It's a long time from Newmarket to Ascot. How often have we seen 1,000 Guineas winners disappoint here at the Royal Meeting? But what a turnaround with Rebecca Sharp landing odds of 25 to 1.